period romantic drama was written by Fiona Shaw in 2009. It is set in the 1950s in Britain and is primarily a queer love story between Dr. Jean Markham and factory worker Lydia Weeks. However, it will also jump into the perspective of Lydia's young son Charlie. Lydia is going through a divorce with her husband Robert at the time when the two are introduced to one another through Charlie's initial visit to the doctor after he was fighting with boys who injured his ribs. It was then he saw a wood carving of a honeycomb in the doctor's office, and his fascination with it led to a beekeeping hobby that then in turn led to his mother and Jean finding love. The overall writing style of this novel is almost poetic in parts. This is most evident in when Miss Shaw is describing the thoughts or feelings of a particular character, which is of course very important in a romantic novel. She also manages to capture the innocence of youth in Charlie's chapters, the constant anxiety of motherhood in Lydia, and loneliness of Jean perfectly. The actual meeting of the two women takes its time. However, when we do get there, it is well worth the wait. They are represented well for the time period, with all the angst and anxiety one might expect from a queer romance set in the 50s. She even goes as far to explicitly have Jean, a doctor, explain that the relationship and sexuality is considered an illness, even calling them inverts, which would have been accurate for the time. There's a lot of things that I love about this novel that I'll break down for you just now. I love the way that Fiona will use sections of other works of fiction to capture the mood / voice of the characters she is referring to. This is used mostly for Lydia due to her love of reading. However, it is actually most effectively used to inspire Charlie with detective novels and having him copy that rough American accent that you tend to associate with detectives of old noir films. I like that the other woman of the story isn't vilified too much by the writer. However, Charlie's initial reaction towards her is one of hatred, which seems realistic to how most children would react to a stepfather or a stepmother. Fiona is quite clever in the way she separates how the character of Irene actually is and how Charlie sees her. The pacing can seem a little awkward at times, especially towards the end, which is kind of rushed and involves a whole chapter dedicated to grown-up Charlie, which isn't poorly written. None of it's poorly written, but it could have been focused on the two women instead. Instead of Charlie telling us how the couple is doing, it should have just been a chapter dedicated to their new life. And Lydia seemed to annoy me in the beginning of the book. She seemed to be quite mousy, like she needed to essentially grow a spine. But that's just me, and I tend to be put off from those types of characters. But she does grow into herself more as the novel goes on, so it doesn't bother me that much. I would definitely recommend this book to a friend, especially if they're going on holiday. It's quite quick and easy to read. It was a great way to start the year and made for a story filled with moments that kept you wanting more.